Okay, hi, I'm Devin James. I'm the co-inventor of OIP, and I'm going to go ahead and walk you through a demo of some OIP platforms built around a project called DDX that is a joint project with a lab at Caltech. It stands for Distributed Database of Anything, DDX, and that Caltech lab, the effort is being led by a scientist named Dr. Davi Ortega, and he's written up a great blog here at dev.to/ddx, kind of explaining some things, including kind of how record templates work and how OIP and DDX handle records and record templates, so that there's as little redundancy in the blockchain as possible, as much is as much interlinked data as possible, and how things are organized can actually be up to each individual company. So that's pretty cool. So here's a few of those sample platforms. This is DD Organizations. This is DD People. A couple of us have registered, and the idea here is that you've got individual templates for different sets of things, and then you can build a larger thing that kind of interlinks them all. This is DD Devices. It's all the devices that they're using in their lab, a couple of just like consumer laptops and stuff like that, but then also the actual electron microscopes, so that when they publish the scientific results of such a electron microscope, they can also link to exactly what the hardware is and have that all unredundant and not repeated each time. So this is our kind of demo site that we've got hosted at demo.oip.io. That really isn't skinned for really kind of any media content. It's just exposing all of the metadata in the JSON that can be anything that's unlocked. You can actually see this project right here on GitHub in our project OIPWG /OIP-DDX-Lite is our current repo for it. So this is the project I'm going to mainly focus on today. It is something that we are working on with the Middle East's largest independent news platform, Al Bawaba. You can kind of see their little logo up here. It's basically just so that we can, we're doing some basic skinning for articles, and mainly it's just like a test bed where we can build functions and publish some test articles of their articles, actually, so we can actually test out the various commercial unlocks for micropayments, right? So let's go ahead and just take a look at one of these articles. This is, as you can see, there's a couple of different articles in here, and it's pulling various data. Some of it's from IPFS, some of it's directly in the chain, etc. All of it is indexed and searchable. But if we go ahead and try to just load one of these articles, we're going to see that these are commercial articles that basically show that part of the article is a preview and it's available to anyone publicly, and then part of it is locked behind a lock that can be unlocked with a paywall, with a subscription wall, with an NFT, etc. So for the next couple of days, we've actually got this site set up as a promotion, working with the content itself to allow it, so that anyone, even without having to kind of wait for tokens and get NFTs and have various different subscriptions set up and stuff like that, you can all try out these unlocks, because the whole idea is that this is demonstrating how a content can put various terms to make something very easy to access, and then through kind of user agents, make it easy for end users to get over the decision fatigue, or really avoid the decision fatigue of each time they come across one of those things. They can either hold subscription tokens, they can use like a streaming payments service, or they can set preferences. So let me just show you first how I would go ahead and unlock that. For now, the way that you'll do this if you want to try this out is you click on either of these two terms. Either click on the address of the thing that it's going to send a direct payment for, or click on the name of the NFT that would unlock it. So I'll go ahead and do that, and it unlocks the whole article, and we can read the entire thing, and that's cool, right? So let me just show you that on another one. Right. Cool. Okay, but having to click is kind of part of what we're trying to avoid. We want to reduce the decision fatigue of having to click on anything, and so that's why this exists. So the only one of those that I would have to actually think about, if I'm already holding the NFT, then when I go to the article, it can see that I've got the NFT and it'll unlock. But if it's asking for a direct payment, then there's some sort of a decision involved. I can either make it each time, which is going to create that decision fatigue, or I can make it once by setting these thresholds, right? So you set up these thresholds for different types of content, and then based on the terms of that particular article, if it's below that threshold, again, you just click on it and it'll unlock. And then lastly, the last way that you can eliminate that repeated mental energy is with subscribing to a streaming payment service, where you pay a subscription monthly service fee, and they turn that into a streaming payment. And so one of them that we're working with is based on the work of the Interledger Protocol and the Web Payment Standard. It's called coil.com, and they've set up exactly that kind of service, where a rate of 100 microdollars per second, that's 100 divided by a million, dollars per second, is sent to any page that finds in its header a payment pointer. So we've set up within the template here that you can add payment pointers, and so all these records have that. And we're working on an integration directly into the site so that your login can actually kind of contain your token to the COIL API and just do it automatically for you. But until that's running, we've just got the COIL browser extension set up, and as you can see, I check on it and it says, yes, it's paying. It sees that there's a payment address and it sends that payment. So right now that's not actually set up as an unlock, but it will be very soon. So what you're going to all do to be able to try this all out for yourself is you're just going to go ahead and browse the site dev.oip.io, and you're going to check out some of these unlocks. But so that when we turn the promotion off and records are actually locked and need to show that cryptographic proof of either sending a payment, holding an NFT, or having a subscription to that to the COIL service, you'll want to get an account set up, and you'll want to send us an email so that we can give you your NFT, and we can give you a free trial that's being provided by coil.com. So all you have to do is just go up here and click on email us, and it'll actually fill out the subject the way that we need. And just go ahead and send that from your registered consensus address, and we'll send that back as soon as it's all set up, and you'll be good to go. And also, please, send us any kind of feedback, any thoughts you have, notes, ideas, suggestions. Thank you so much. Awesome. And I guess that is all. Thank you.